Today is one more day that coming here to support your dreams, your goals, to become the person that you want to become. Every single day I share a lesson that I'm learning, and today's lesson is from Darren Hardy, and he shared the lesson about sunk cost. A lot of times people making wrong decisions because they always think about how to save their initial investment. So today we'll share four examples how people will make decisions. So first is about a business or investment. Second thing is about career path. Third is about relations with a significant other or a friend. And four is just some small investment in, let's say, the car or any other tool. So let's start from the business. Imagine you invested $150,000 in a deal. Now, after a while, you realize that this business is not as good as you thought, but you already spent $150,000. So you have two potential choices, two decisions to make. So first, a choice could be that you need to invest more money, more time to save the project. Second decision is to move to a total different direction, cut the cost, forget about all the investments you already made, and find another project that could invest your time and money and that has much bigger, higher potential. Now, of course, the second one is you still have a lot of potential to gain, because if you think about the investment that you already made, you can potentially learn a lot of lessons from it and wisdom, and then that wisdom could be transferred to a totally new project. But people are making first choice because they want to save their money. They want to save all the investments and time that they already made. And at the end of the day, a lot of times what happens is that they lose initial money and they lose the additional money. So we need to be very careful how we make decisions, because a lot of times if this project doesn't provide the potential that you was looking for, a lot of times it's just better to cut the cost and move to a totally new project. Now, career path. Career path is very, very similar. People invest a lot of money in their education. People invest a lot of time, especially a lot of time. They go to school failures, then they go to college and university for 4 to sometimes even 10 years, go to school and education to get skills and knowledge. And now, after a while, they realize that the life that they chose for themselves, the career path that they chose for themselves, is not the one that they are happy about. And now, of course, you have, again, one more additional choice. Keep doing what you're doing and hate what you're doing, but making maybe decent amount of money, or choosing other path and start to build new skills, new knowledge, and totally go to total different direction. A lot of times, because people have invested so much time and so much money, and they're getting some decent money, choose first one. But that leads a lot of times to disappointment and regret. I truly believe that. But when people are 25 or 27, a lot of times I hear, oh, I'm 25 already, I don't want to invest my time to build a new skill. But if you spend extra 5 years and you become 30 with a new skill, new knowledge that could lead to the lifestyle that you want, I truly believe that is the best investment that you can make. Now, let's look at the third. That third is very, very important as well, and this is relationships with your friend, with a significant other. There are so many different relationships that we need to ask ourselves. People keep relationships because a lot of times they have invested so much time and so much emotional baggage is in that person, and people are not able to let it go. But when you think about that person, you need to ask yourself, if I forget about all the past, and if I make a decision today, if I know what I know, would I stay with that person for the future without thinking about all the past? And if it's no, a lot of times we need to let that person go. Of course, there's a lot of in between. There is no yes or no. There is a lot of gray area to cover. But in general, a lot of times people spend too much time thinking about, oh, I invested so much time, and not thinking about the future. Because when, again, this is kind of investment in a project with the money. Exactly. If you're able to cut the cost and start looking for the high potential projects and investments, you potentially have higher chance to succeed than trying to save the sunk cost. Now, the last example is very simple. A lot of times I found people who are buying cars, and at the end of the day they realize after a week or a couple of days that that investment is not the best investment. That car is not as good as they thought. And there's a lot of things that they will need to fix in the car, and there is options: sell the car and gather back some investments, or start investing in that car and save it. And people spend a lot of thousands of dollars to save the car and pouring money into that fixing the car. At the end of the day, a lot of times what happens, I see that they lose it initial investment, additional investment, they lose the time, and they, at the end of the day, they buy a new car anyway. So a lot of times we need to realize that sunk cost is sunk cost. Sometimes you need to be okay letting that investment go and move to something else that could help you and save your time and money in the future. I hope that you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.